Hey everybody, welcome to our UT opponent analysis of the LSU Tigers. I'm Vince Ferrara. Great to have you with us. We're at Jim Styles, CPA 8930 Cross Park Drive. Of course, this is part of Vince's View, powered by Jim Styles, CPA. LSU, the opponent for Tennessee, Saturday night at Neyland Stadium. LSU at 7-3, 4-2 in the SEC, and obviously a much different lead up to the game this week and game atmosphere as Tennessee firing Butch Jones on Sunday, and now Brady Hoke takes over the final two regular season games as interim coach. He's 78-70 in his career as interim coach, so it should be a different atmosphere, different opponent as well. That's part of it. You know, LSU had the embarrassing loss to Troy. They played really well since then. Ed Orgeron letting Matt Canada run that offense and staying out of his way, and they're playing hard. And they beat Auburn, and you've seen how good Auburn is and what they did to Georgia. Also played Alabama tough and pretty much blown everybody else out since then. So LSU will be very, very difficult. Of course, the return of Ed Orgeron as well. Coach O, Knoxville, Bersheva. The LSU will have Ed Orgeron on their sidelines in the purple and gold, and they're trying to get to a higher level bowl game as well. They'll be tough for Tennessee. Now, Matt Canada, that offense I mentioned, they do a lot of pre-snap motions, shifts, a lot of eye candy, force you to have that eye discipline that you hear coaches talk about. And they make you adjust. They make you confused. They make you declare what your coverages are. And Tennessee has had a lot of busts, assignment busts, being in the wrong gap, those types of things that have led to big runs. So this is not a very good matchup. On top of that, you add the talent that LSU has at running back in Darius Geis, who's one of the best in the country and will be a high draft pick. Darrell Williams is really effective. He's in great shape. And you've got the recipe for a bad day. Tennessee's given up 257 yards per game on the ground defensively. Just an awful performance against Mizzou. And it's just not a good matchup from that standpoint. LSU's getting big plays in the pass game from a wide receiver and DJ Chark. They'll take their deep shots a couple times per game. They're tough to beat when they can hit those. Danny Etling, their quarterback, offensive line, they're okay. But again, when they're playing well with that run game, it's tough to stop. He's got Etling, he's hitting on his throws. It's very, very difficult. Now, defensively for LSU, they're most talented in the secondary, where the entire defense is big, physical, and fast. But in the secondary especially, they've got very aggressive corners, and that's not a good matchup for Tennessee either, because Tennessee's wide receivers have had difficulty getting off press coverage, getting open for the quarterbacks. They have a free safety in Grant Delpit, a true freshman that's been starting all year long. He is a future star. And three of their four starting secondary players are 6'2" or taller. So they're big, but they can run as well. Really good linebackers also. Arden Key is an elite pass rusher. He'll be likely a first-round draft pick in the NFL. And then they're at linebacker as well with Devin White. He leads the SEC in tackles with 103 on the season. So they get after it. Their linebacker secondary are the two best units. On the defensive line, they're not as good or as deep as some of those really good LSU defenses under Les Miles. So that's probably the line of scrimmage where they're the most susceptible, but it's just game to game on how they play. Another factor for LSU is they don't get behind much early. LSU's only given up, their defense only given up 10 touchdowns in the last 14 games. So it's tough to get a good start against LSU. You know, Tennessee with the coaching change, obviously things have not gone well this season. Health has been an issue. And then throughout Tennessee's history, even before Butch Jones, Tennessee has really struggled against the SEC West. And Tennessee in the last 10 seasons is 2-21 against the SEC West. Now with LSU, the opponent. Tennessee's lost 14 straight. The last win against the SEC West was in 2010, coached by Derek Dooley against Ole Miss. And the only other win in the last 10 seasons was 2008, coached by Philip Fulmer against Mississippi State. That's rough. And then on top of that, LSU has won 7 of their last 8 against the SEC East. This is going to be a very, very tall challenge for Tennessee, even though it's going to be at Neyland Stadium. We'll see, if the fans come out and what the attendance might be. And that's our first key, and that's a renewed spirit. Will there be more energy, more fans that want to show their support for the coaching change, want to help the seniors and help the team try to get to a bowl game? They need obviously 2 wins to automatically qualify for a bowl game. And then with Brady Hoke taking over, does that change the spirit or the fight of this football team? Another one is health. What's Jarrett Garantano's availability? Is he going to start? Is he going to be able to move around? What about Marquez Callaway? What about the offensive line? The health of this team has continued to go south as the year has gone on, and health is key. And then a third one would be LSU disinterest. Now, that's unlikely because LSU is a terrific November team, but they're going to have to help Tennessee out, maybe overlook them or not really be dialed in for this game. Another one is Tennessee needs a massive special teams win. LSU is really inconsistent, and they've been dicey in the kicking game especially. Now, they're good in the return game. Tennessee needs to have special teams be a huge advantage. Trevor Daniel and punting can really flip the field and gain extra yards that way for Tennessee, and somebody's got to bring it to the house. And no disrespect to Emmanuel Mosley, but I don't know when Callaway's not back there. I don't know why he's your choice at punt returner. He didn't really field any punts when he was back there as the safe guy. Put somebody back there like a Ty Chandler or a Tyler Bird or someone else that can take it to the house and give you an opportunity with your struggling offense, give you a chance to make a game-changing play on special teams. They have the guys to do it. They just have to trust them to put them back there. I don't understand that. Want to see some difference makers in the punt return game. That could be potentially an advantage for Tennessee. And then the last one is a multi-score lead. Tennessee, I know the offense has struggled, but Tennessee's best chance is to get up on LSU, put some pressure on Danny Etling. Maybe you force him into some mistakes. Maybe they abandon the run game a little bit too quickly. I know that is not likely, but that's your best chance to win. And Tennessee's got to find a way to get up on LSU big by a couple of scores, not just one. Jim Stiles, personal service, second to none. Whether it's IRS returns, financial statements, new business, bookkeeping, Jim will get you taken care of. I promise you, you're going to love working with Jim, and you're going to keep coming back to him because he's going to deliver for you. Initial meetings are absolutely free. You got nothing to lose. Call him, 694-4484. Again, 694-4484, jimstylescpa.com. And also you can come by and see him here at 8930 Cross Park Drive here at his office, Suite 3. All right, you guys enjoy the game. We'll talk to you next week in previewing the Vanderbilt Commodores. Be sure to go to sportsradiownml.com. Much more in the blog section under Vince Ferrara, Vince's Views, powered by Jim Stiles CPA. You'll see predictions for the SEC. It's continuing to roll. NFL predictions, more on the SEC and the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm Vince Ferrara. Thanks again for watching our UT opponent analysis of the LSU Tigers here on Sports Radio WNML.com.